Welcome to the Westie Parent Podcast. I'm Miruna. I've got my Westie, Sami, here with me. And today we have Sami's dad, Bobby, here with us. Hi.
Hey, finally, finally, you invite me as a guest in your podcast.
Yeah, a few people requested you, so I thought, come on, we're
Why
going to
why
have you.
not?
No, I was planning to have you as a guest anyway, and we might even do this more often. But today, we wanted to talk about our next adventure. We are going on a trip um, very soon, in a few days. And I wanted
The three
to,
of us, all
the
three of
three
us.
of us, yeah,
Yeah.
Sami is sleepy, so he needs to get his nap. Yeah, so we're going on a big road trip. We are going to drive from Portugal to Romania, and we're going to do a few stops along the way. So I thought we would talk a little bit about that today. So let's start with what is our route. Bobby is the one who's going to be driving, so you
First of
can,
all, it's first of all, it's around 36 hours of driving in total.
yeah,
We're
if we
not
were
gonna
to,
drive, yeah, we're not gonna drive 36 hours from the beginning to the end in one go. We're not that crazy. But we're still gonna be around 6 days on the road,
yeah,
and we're gonna have a break of about 5 6 days where we take a small vacation.
yeah, we're going to stop in France, somewhere about an hour, 2 hours away from Paris.
Yeah, yeah.
In a small city, and we have actually a Westie friend there that we're gonna visit. So really excited about that.
The route will take us from Portugal through Spain. We're not gonna stop in Spain. I mean, we will stop to put gas and probably eat, but we're
Yeah,
not gonna stop overnight. Then we enter France, where we'll stop for the first night. Then we go to our destination.
it's gonna be what, 11 hours in
9 hours of
total.
driving.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
with the stops and everything, we calculate
yeah,
about 11 hours to the first
yeah,
stop
yeah.
in France, which is
Uh,
by the ocean. It's a really nice place. We usually stop there when we go on big road trips.
which is called Biarritz, right?
Yeah,
Um, so then we stop at for a few days, about 2 hours on Loire Valley, about 2 hours from Paris. Then after about 5 days, we go back on the road and we stop one more time in France. Then we cross Germany and we stop in Austria.
in Austria. Yeah,
Then we cross Hungary and we stop in Romania before driving another day to our destination,
yeah.
Bucharest.
Yeah, we're going to be in Bucharest for about a month or two. We don't know yet. We're visiting family.
Probably more than around 6 to 7 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, since we're by car, we don't really have a plan right now about when we're going to return. And also we're going to be working from there, so
Yeah.
we can pretty much
I also have some business there, so yeah, it's both a personal and a business trip. So we don't really know when we're gonna come back yet.
Yeah. But no, it's
So
going to
yeah,
be a really fun trip. We look forward to it. I think Sami looks forward to it too, because he actually enjoys whenever we take him on travels.
yeah, he enjoys road trips. I don't know how much he'll enjoy Romania and Bucharest in particular, because he's been there 3 days, three, four
He's,
days.
I
Yeah,
think we
we've
were
been
there
there.
for 5 at maximum, maybe. I don't even,
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
there in 2023, so 2 years ago, with him. So it's not his first time. It was nice because we met a few Westies while in Bucharest. And we also have some Instagram friends who I'm not sure if they're in Bucharest, but they're from Romania. So there are quite a few Westies that are there. My only concern that now I realize as I'm talking is that we were there in summer and we've never been there in winter. And I don't think that Bucharest is very dog friendly. So
It's gonna be an experience. Good thing is we're gonna stay close to a park, so at least we have a park to walk Sami. So that's a good thing because unfortunately Bucharest doesn't have as much green spaces as we'd like.
Yeah, or
Um,
walkable spaces so much.
yeah,
It's not very
yeah.
walkable.
There's always the chance of meeting a car on the sidewalk. So who knows?
Parked, a parked
Uh,
car, just to be.
no,
Oh, not always.
actually,
No,
no,
you're
yeah,
right. Yeah, it's
moving one as
also
well.
cars that drive on the sidewalk.
Um, so yeah, but we'll talk about this more because that's not the focus of our podcast, right? It's more about the trip rather than the destination.
Yeah, and anyway, we're gonna probably do a new podcast when we're there, just to talk about what it's like to be there, if people are
Yeah,
curious.
and the other thing is we live in Portugal, where we fundamentally don't have winters. We don't have snow where we live.
Yeah,
You can get some snow in Portugal in some
in the
places, but not where
mountains.
we live. Yeah,
Not
yeah, but not where we live. So since we've had Sami, we didn't have the experience of slush, right?
Yeah,
Of snow, and snow that's melting,
yeah.
and that you need to take care. You need to clean Sami more
And the
often.
freezing ground, that's another thing. Just the such low temperatures that the ground is freezing, even if
Yeah.
there is snow or not.
So
So
that's a different story. What
yeah.
Talking about the route again? This actually marks two countries that Sami hasn't been in:
Oh yeah, Germany and
Germany and
Austria.
Austria. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's never
'Cause-
been to Germany or Austria.
yeah. So he's gonna add a few more countries to his already impressive list. What is it? 11 or 12 countries that he's been
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Because he's
So
been
he's been
he's
in
been
Portugal.
mainly in Europe and
Yeah, and the United
once in the
States.
United States. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
but he's
mainly in
been
Europe.
to the United States, Portugal, Spain, France, Italy, Slovenia, Hungary, San
Romania,
Marino,
Romania,
Monte Carlo, Monaco,
Monaco,
Ru- yeah, Romania, Bulgaria,
Greece.
Greece, 12. I hope
Yeah.
I'm not
So
missing
so yeah, yeah,
anything.
yeah. So we're adding two more.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 14 countries. Exciting. If
Yeah,
his
and
passport, if his passport was stamped with all the countries, it would be full by now.
yeah, and
But it's
also
not.
we've been through most of them by car.
Yeah,
We've flown quite a
yeah.
lot. At some
We
point,
we flew.
uh, yeah, I remember we were making like we were calculating the distances that we flew with Sami, and it was at some point it was around 20,000 miles or 30 something thousand kilometers
Yeah, and I
by
think that
plane
was
by plane only.
2 years ago. I think
No. Right
was
now.
that recent?
2 years ago,
I
yeah,
lost
2 years
count.
ago it was around 15, 16,000. So yeah, we flew with him a lot, but we prefer um, road trips because we can control both our schedules and his schedule as well. We can stop. We stop, and this is another thing because we're gonna drive for long times,
8 hours.
and yeah, so around 7 to 9 hours a day. So we have to basically take Sammy into consideration because while he loves to sleep during the day, we still need to give him walks. We need to give him a little bit of time to stretch. We need to, yeah, obviously feed him and everything. And
Give him water.
so,
Yeah. So our
so
schedule on the road will be probably every 2 hours, maximum
at the
three.
most, yeah,
We stop.
no. I don't
Yeah.
think we've I don't think we've ever I mean during the middle of the day when he sleeps, maybe you can take 3 hours, but uh, yeah, about one and a half,
Sometimes
two
actually
hours.
he enjoys on long drives. He actually enjoys being left alone to sleep for a while. So sometimes when we stop, remember that we stop and he's like,
He
I don't want to
doesn't
get
want
out
to
of the
come
car.
out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so he enjoys his sleep. But yeah, we're gonna be stopping often for him to stretch his legs and pee and everything, get water.
Also for us as well, because we used, before having Sami, we used to drive for like hours without stopping, for like
Yeah,
four or
we
five
what was
hours,
it?
even more than that.
Yeah, it was like 12. Did we do 12 hours
No,
at
no,
some point?
no. We never did because it's not enough gas in the car. So basically,
Well, yeah,
we would like stop every 3, 4, 5 hours just to put gas in the car,
yeah,
go
and
to the
just
toilet,
go.
and
So
that's
not
it. Yeah,
stay for a meal or
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
But
But now
we
with
adapted a
Sami,
lot.
yeah,
Yeah, we
and
can't do that anymore.
you kind of need to do that because yeah, I mean he can decide on I mean, he can decide on his own. So we need to take it. We need to take that into consideration. So this is really important because that also makes, as you were saying earlier, that also makes an 8, 9 hours trip. It makes it 11, right? So
Yeah,
we need to take that into consideration as well. And another thing that we because of that, because of the time that he spends in the back seat, we also you in particular try to make his environment as comfortable as possible,
yeah.
right? Because
I take
uh,
his favorite pillow.
yeah,
He has the travel pillow and then he has a car pillow. So he will have both. He has two blankets. So I make it really fluffy for him because he likes it. That's the way he likes it, you know? And we have the car seat cover that is kind of,
this is like really important. It's like a tub basically, you know,
yeah.
we
So
you put,
it's
it's like a
how you
box
attach
without the
it to
top
the, yeah, you attach it to the seat
headrest.
backs, to the headrest, so
Yeah,
that even if he does have a seat belt, I don't even know if it's called seat belt for
yeah,
dogs.
yeah, yeah.
Anyway, he's
Yeah,
tied with
yeah, of
the
course.
safety belt. But even with that, the cover makes it so that in case of, you know, an accident or you
A,
put on the brakes or
a sudden
something,
break. Yeah.
yeah, he doesn't go anywhere, so he's protected. Yeah,
So we have that, and also because he's got that space, all of those things, the pillow, the blankets, they don't fly around. They're
yeah, yeah.
just there in that space, and he can basically he can move the
He moves
entire.
around
Yeah.
after the sun. So sometimes he likes to sit in the sun. Sometimes he doesn't. So he
And yeah, so
just,
that entire back seat is his kingdom basically. He decides
yeah.
whatever he does there, and he moves around all the time.
And I wanted
So
to
yeah,
say the cool thing about that back seat, the cover, is that it has in the middle, it has this mesh so that he can actually see the road and he can see
yeah,
us.
he can
And
see in
that's
front,
super
and he
important. He's very
because
curious.
initially, remember the first one we had, he didn't have that, and
Yeah.
he would always sit. He wouldn't be as
He would
calm.
he would stand basically on
Yeah,
his two little feet
yeah, he would stand. Yeah, yeah,
with his front paws dangling on the thing, on the uh, edge of
on the
the
edge of that.
cover.
Yeah,
And I don't think that was comfortable, especially in, you know, while you're driving. But he's super curious. So when he wakes up, he needs to know where we are, what's going on, everything.
when we
So
slow
now,
down,
uh,
he's like, "Okay, are we stopping? Are we there yet?" You know, like the donkey in Shrek. Are we there yet? It's a good
yeah,
thing
we,
that he doesn't do the sound. I don't know if you
oh,
remember in
the donkey
Shrek.
sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't remember the exact sound. Oh, yeah, the board when he was boiling.
yeah. Exactly.
Well, if he
Exactly.
could, he would. I'm sure of that.
You would, yeah. But
Yeah, but
we're
we go because
lucky.
we go on the highway at, you know, speed, the normal speed that you go on the highway, and he sleeps soundly, like nothing can wake
Yeah.
him up. Then we pass through a city, and then we have to sit at a red light for the first time in hours. So
Or
that's when he
or
wakes
or
up.
a gas station, you know, and we slow
Yeah.
down. He's like,
He perks up immediately. He wakes up. He's up. What's going on? What do
yeah.
I have to do? Give me a job.
The truth is we're pretty lucky with Sami when it comes to road trips. And we've said it all before on the channel. he really is good with road trips. We've taken him on road trips since he was like 4 months, basically, since
Yeah,
I think
pretty
his
much
first
from the
road trip,
beginning.
yeah, his first road trip was,
The one where we went to
yeah,
Porto
yeah,
and he
yeah,
wouldn't pee.
yeah, yeah. He
He
wouldn't pee,
was,
yeah.
I taught him wrong. I think I talked about this in other videos where we were together in our lives. And yeah, basically I got him used to peeing on the training pads at home. Because I didn't know
And
any better.
the poor dog waited 5 hours. He was a puppy. So for 5 hours, he didn't pee at all. And when
His
he
belly
got
was
home,
huge.
and we were like stopping and waiting for like 20 minutes for him to pee. And he was like,
Yeah.
no.
We were on
And
the side of the road. I even had the training pads out and I
yeah,
would put them on the street, on the sidewalk. Like, come on, pee. And he just
yeah.
wouldn't pee.
And
He
we,
waited
we
to
got
get
home
home.
and we got home. And when he got home, he peed so much. He basically, yeah,
The whole floor
yeah.
was covered, flooded.
Poor,
Yeah.
poor puppy. Yeah,
Yeah, but
there was
he's
a lot
used to,
of learnings. Yeah,
yeah,
he
he's
he
used to road
doesn't.
trips.
I
He
think
doesn't get
somebody
sick.
asked. I think somebody asked in the comments if he gets sick on the road, if he like
Yeah.
vomits or anything like that.
Yeah.
And this is another thing that we adjusted to, because in the early days, I used to drive faster, and not necessarily faster in terms of top speed, but I would like take the curves a
Corners,
little bit,
the curve.
yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit faster. And since we have Sami, I genuinely like I slow down a lot,
You are so careful that now sometimes we go somewhere without Sami and we
and I
forget that
still
he's
do
not in
that.
the
Yeah, yeah.
car and he goes super slow. And then I say, Sami's not in the car. And he's like, oh, okay. So we can,
And I can,
you
yeah,
know,
step on it.
step on it.
So yeah, so we did that because especially in on mountain roads, with a lot of corners, he would get sick. He would get sick. I think
Yeah.
he got,
And
yeah, once or
we
twice.
adapted also to how we feed him. For example, at a few times he threw up because I fed him maybe in the hour before the trip. So then he would get sick and throw up all over the back seat
All the food.
and all the food that sometimes he would proceed to eating if, you know,
Well,
before we could stop to
anybody
clean up.
anybody that has a dog
Yeah.
has seen that. So
Yeah, but we also do that. So if we know that, like, if we know we're going to go on the highway, it's fine. I can feed him. It doesn't matter. But if we know that we're going to have a scenic route
yeah,
with a lot of
yeah,
curbs, anyway,
curves.
uh,
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait and feed him maybe after that.
yeah, and look, these are all things that we learned basically by doing it, because
Yeah,
we didn't realize it in the beginning that would be a problem. And also, he doesn't. I mean, he doesn't complain. He doesn't cry or anything. But when he's uncomfortable, you kind of can see. So
yeah.
yeah, this is a
For
sign that
example, he
if you
smacks
want,
his lips, he smacks his tongue and does that sound like whenever he's uncomfortable, and he moves around a lot. So then we know that he's maybe nauseous.
yeah, and we're paying attention. We give him water. We give him water more often than we don't give him water only when we stop. Sometimes we tell him, "Do you want water?" And we try to give him you try to give him
Yeah,
while we
we have
drive.
his bottle, so yeah,
Yeah,
I will
he
just
because
give it to him.
he's got the we have one of those bottles that you can basically
Push a
it
button
got
and the
like,
water
yeah,
fills up the
something where he can
bowl.
drink, yeah,
Yeah,
like a small bowl attached to the bottle.
yeah,
So we can try and give that, and if he doesn't drink, you just put the water back.
yeah.
um
He rarely drinks water though. Doesn't drink. He's not much of a drinker. But we also have one of those bowls that are, I think, for road trips that are
Retractables,
spill
yeah.
No, no,
Ah,
no,
no, we
no.
have the spill
The
free
no
one. Yeah, yeah,
spill. Yeah, no
yeah.
spill bowl. If you look up, if you don't know what it is, you look it up on Amazon, you're gonna find it. It's kind of a
It's basically
rubbery
the
bowl.
edges, yeah, and the edges are inside, so the water doesn't get out.
Yeah.
It
So
stays
even
in.
if,
Yeah,
yeah, even on drives, we've had that thing on the boat when we were sailing and it didn't spill at all.
yeah. And
So
on the boat, it was
yeah.
even worse than on the car.
Yeah. So
Um,
sometimes we're gonna put that in his on his back seat so he can drink if he wants.
the I was thinking right now. So the trip itself, the driving itself, is actually quite easy when it comes to Sami, right? It's he's pretty easy to live with, and he's got so
Yeah.
used to it because we drive around a lot and we always take him with us.
Yeah. He
But
doesn't have any
but
anxiety or anything like that.
yeah, yeah,
We're
no,
lucky with
he's
that.
I used to have a German Shepherd that whenever he saw that we were going, we rarely traveled with him by car when I was a lot younger. And I remember when she saw that we were going towards the car, she would start to drool, and it was really really bad for her.
She
I
was
mean,
so anxious
yeah,
about the car.
we had to basically give her some pills for if it was for longer trips. So we rarely took her just because of that. And if you have that kind of dog, it's complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I there's no advice. I mean, other than some pills to make them calmer,
Yeah,
there's
maybe CBD
nothing.
oil, but really we
Yeah,
don't know because we've never had that
yeah.
experience.
So
And
I
I don't
wouldn't give
know if
any type
it's,
of advice.
yeah, I don't know if it's because we took Sami on road trips since he was young and on plane rides, or was he gonna be like this anyway? So I don't know if it's him or
Yeah.
if it was us. I don't know.
I genuinely don't. Truth is, if you know you're going to travel with your puppy, do that as early as possible,
Yeah. And do it with
so
treats,
that
do it with short
yeah.
trips, ease them into it
Just pay attention. I think you're not allowed to take a puppy on the plane
before
if
they're 6 months.
6 months old. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't don't take them on the plane as early as possible.
Yeah.
The other thing is, so this is the trip itself. On the other hand, we have to stop and sleep from time to time. So that was
Yeah.
another learning experience as well, because while he doesn't have any anxiety regarding to where he sleeps, as long as we're there, he doesn't have a problem with a new house or a new location, everything. We had to learn, like, does he need his own crate with him? Does he need his own space? And it took us a little bit of time to find this, because we in the early days we got a crate for him. Remember, a
Yeah.
collapsible
Well,
crate that
we still have that, and I was gonna say that I'm gonna pack that to take with us for him to sleep in when we get to the destination. But while we stop on the road, we're probably not gonna take that out because you need to assemble it and then put it back. So he's used to sleeping in a crate. At home, he has his
we
soft
crate trained
crate.
him since he was
Yeah.
young.
When he was in his first year, he would only sleep in his crate and never in our bed. And then we kind of eased him into it and he was allowed in our bed. But even now, he prefers to sleep in his own space. So if he has
Yeah,
an
he
option,
when he goes, yeah, at night when he goes
yeah,
to sleep, he goes into the crate,
yeah,
and
where he has
sometimes at night
a
he comes in
bed
bed. Yeah.
yeah, he has a dog bed inside the crate and he has some blankets and pillows, so it's really comfy for him. Now when we stop for one night somewhere, we're gonna stop in a hotel room or Airbnb that allows dogs. We are, because since it's such a short stay, we're not gonna take out the crate.
But we used to.
So yeah, we used to, I think 2 years ago when we last did this road trip, we did that. And it's an extra step, and it's already, I feel like we're not going to do that for just a night. So what we do is usually the rooms have an extra duvet or an extra blanket. So I'm gonna take one of those blankets and one or two pillows and put them on the floor somewhere in a corner and just make it really fluffy, and he just sleeps there. So he's super easy like that. Yeah.
And this is another, you just mentioned, we have to find places that accept dogs whenever we stop. That can be com- based on the country you're going to go to. It can be difficult, especially not as difficult now, but 6 years ago when we started to travel, 6.5 years ago when we started to travel with him, like Spain had,
Yeah.
it was really difficult to find places where we could stay with dogs, hotels or Airbnbs whatsoever.
At least in
Um,
smaller cities. I feel like if you're going to Madrid, it's not that
yeah,
difficult.
no,
But
yeah. If you're
we
going to a
once went
capital, right?
to this smaller town, Badajoz, and
Yeah,
we could barely find a hotel that allowed
it was
dogs.
like it was like a 2-star hotel or something like
Yeah, it
that. It
wasn't
was the
very
only,
nice. Yeah.
yeah. It was the
So
only hotel that allowed dogs in the city. And it wasn't a small city necessarily. They had big chain hotels. It just at that moment in time, chain hotels usually didn't accept dogs. Now that changed, and I just booked the hotels for the trip, and I didn't have any problems finding something that allowed dogs.
yeah.
And the other thing is, even the websites that we use Airbnb and we use Booking
Okay.
to find where to stay. Usually, when it's just one night, we prefer hotels. When it's for longer, we prefer Airbnbs because they have
Airbnbs.
kitchens.
Yeah. Like
Um,
when we stop
so
in France, and we stay a few days, we're renting an Airbnb that is dog friendly. So then it's the home experience. It's a little bit cozier.
and the other thing is, yeah, but there's on Airbnb, even so now they have options. You can basically check, like when you look for a destination, for a
Yeah.
hotel at a
You
destination, you can
filter
check.
it with the pet friendly.
But not on, no, now you can choose I travel with a pet, which is not a service dog. So basically right now, like on booking.com, you choose the dates and then you choose how many adults, how many kids, and now you have an option of pets as well.
How many
And you
pets?
choose, yeah,
Yeah.
or on Airbnb, you just check something like I travel with pets,
No, on Airbnb, you
which are
actually have the
not.
number and you have a maximum of two pets. You can't travel with more. I don't know why.
Or so then on Booking you check on one of them is just a radio check, basically a radio button check. So you choose that and you say I travel with pets. But even then, I prefer on Booking I don't have that problem. But on Airbnb I prefer to send a message and say I'm traveling with a small dog. I I want to
Yeah.
be sure that that's okay,
Yeah.
because we don't want to have the surprise of getting there and not being able to check in because of a small
Yeah.
dog. Keep also in mind that while Airbnbs don't add a fee, most hotels will add a fee for the dog. And
Yeah.
we've paid fees between 15, I think the most we paid was 60 or 70 euros per
Yep.
night per dog.
Yeah.
Usually it's between 20 to 40.
Yeah.
That's kind of the amount, but keep that in
And
mind.
some hotels do offer like a dog bed and a complimentary treat bag
Treats. Yeah.
and the bowls for water and food. Yeah. But not all of them.
And yeah, and also some hotels will ask a bigger amount of money blocked on your credit card for
Yeah. To
incidentals.
guarantee for, yeah, in
Yeah.
case the dog pees or chews on
Anything
the furniture.
happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
so keep that in mind. And you'll also most likely need to sign. like something that you assume responsibility for anything that the dog will do while you're there. Also, keep in mind, theoretically, you're not allowed to leave the dog alone in the room
Yeah.
basically you're not allowed to leave and let the dog alone in the room.
Yeah.
Um, we this was never truly enforced,
Yeah.
and
And
we even
also because
we
Sami
even
is such a good dog, really. He doesn't bark.
but also when we live and we know we're going to be somewhere, we go to the reception and tell them, look, we have to be somewhere, we cannot take Sami,
We
and
leave
this
our
is our
phone
phone
number.
number. Yeah,
Yeah.
this
In
is our
case
phone
any
number.
guests complained of
Anything
barking
happens,
or
please
anything.
call
Yeah.
us and we'll sort it.
Yeah.
It's true, Sami is a nice dog. He's a quiet dog, so we don't
Yeah.
have that kind of problems.
But you
But on the
never
other
know.
hand, yeah, on the
It's
other
better to
hand, so keep
be.
that in mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't, for example, if we go out to dinner or something, I cannot be relaxed if I we leave him alone and we don't leave the phone number so that in case of anything they can call, you know? And another thing that I do is I always leave the harness on him when we leave him alone in the room.
Because he
And
also
I
has
put
an
the do
Apple.
not disturb sign on the door
Yeah,
but if in case and it happened once that the cleaning ladies
they
came
ignored
in,
the do not disturb sign and they entered.
they
And
entered
yeah,
the room and they told us when we came back that he almost ran away, that he,
yeah.
so, and he, I don't think he
Because
would have run
he
away.
didn't, he didn't, it wasn't like he ran away, but because he expected to see us and
Yeah.
he didn't,
He
he wanted
wanted
to
to
go
go look
outside
for
to see
us.
us. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
that was
also,
when they told us that my heart stopped. So since then I'm always keeping the harness on with
and
the
the
ID.
reason why, yeah, the reason why we keep the harness on is that he has the ID with the phone number, and also we have an Apple tag attached to it.
Yeah, an air tag
So,
that
yeah,
shows us where he is. Not like a GPS, it's not that accurate, but it shows us, more or less
it's
where he
close
is.
enough. It's close enough, and we can, well, unless we're in a forest, because the
Yeah,
technology requires people with iPhones around him, right?
yeah, for the signal
So,
to pick up.
yeah. So I wanted to mention all this because there are countries. So France, one of the reasons why we love France so much and we spend so much time there is that while in most countries, the exception at the hotels and Airbnb is to accept dogs, in France is the other way around. I've never seen a hotel in France that doesn't accept dogs. Or if they are, there's so few that basically those
They're the
are the
exception.
exception. Because
Yeah.
dogs in France, they can go into restaurants, they can go into hotels whenever,
You can
yeah,
go into
they're
stores,
allowed
you can go
everywhere.
shopping and take your dog with you,
No,
and they
actually, no, that was
we
the only.
went.
Yeah,
No,
but you have to
supermarkets are the
hold it.
one that.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I
okay.
remember going
No,
into
no,
a
sorry.
sweater shop with,
No, no,
and there was
sorry. Yeah, yeah,
another
yeah.
dog there. Yeah,
I was
supermarkets,
thinking
you were not allowed to
you're
take
not
them.
allowed. Yeah.
No,
You're not allowed in
no.
supermarkets, but you can take him into any type of, of shops or anything like that. Nobody says
Shopping
anything. Yeah.
mall or whatever. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can take them. They even give them water bowls, so it's really dog friendly. That is one of the reasons why we always stop in France and we always like to spend time there because it makes it.
But
We
again,
like it, but it makes it easier with Sami.
but now actually Spain used to be really bad, but in the last 3 years. Actually, Spain was okay. We stopped at least 3 times in Spain. It was easy to find a hotel that accepted dogs and they don't really care. But the problem, this is the thing. We try not to stop in Spain, even if it's a longer trip, because when we stop and we want to go eating, we can take Sami with us because most restaurants don't allow you to go in with dogs, and
Yeah.
you have to go on the terrace, and sometimes it's cold or it rains, and
I feel
yeah,
like in
it's
Spain it's more dog friendly than Portugal though, because I remember us being able to take Sami in a few restaurants, bars.
yeah,
We
yeah. In
we
Portugal, you're
were.
not allowed.
In
It's
Portugal,
fundamentally you're not
it's
allowed.
just if
This is
it's
the
a
law,
dog
basically.
friendly, if it says it's like a specific dog friendly restaurant that has like a dog uh poster or something. Like there's this chain in Lisbon of dog friendly cafes that are named after the owner's dogs, and they actually have the dog's portrait in when you enter, and so that is like the dog friendly place to go. But other than that,
Nicolau.
yeah, Nicolau,
And
Amelia,
they're not sponsoring us, but
and a
they
few
should.
more. Yeah, they should, because we go there often. Lisbon and Porto, both.
So yeah, this is one thing that we do whenever we travel. Is we take into consideration how friendly the country is with dogs, and the more eastern in Europe you go, the less consideration for the dogs is. So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, the
know.
less people are used to taking their dogs with them everywhere. So just the mindset is different a little bit when it comes to dogs. But also,
But
I feel like saying that we like to stop in small cities or towns.
yeah,
But if we
if you
were to
go to
stop
big towns, you're
in
always
big,
big
like the
cities.
capital,
Yeah.
like we went to Hungary, we went to Budapest, we stayed there for 2 3 nights, and it was fine with Sami. We found a hotel, we took him into restaurants, but I feel like if we went into a smaller city, probably it wouldn't be like that.
So keep that in mind. I mean, even in the States, if you think about it, when we were in New York, we needed to pay
We were
attention to that
just in New York with Sami. We were
because you
never
were
in a small
no, no, no.
place.
We went to the place 1 hour, 1.5 hours outside of New York. Remember where we
New
met
Jersey.
the lady from Peru?
Yeah,
From
we
Peru,
went.
Peru.
Yeah.
Sorry, Peru. From Peru or something. From Chile. No, so from
From
Chile.
Chile, it was, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. With
So
the
so
she was it was funny because she recognized us from Instagram because she also has a Westie, and yeah, it was cute.
so the thing is, in New York, legally you're not allowed or something like that, but shop owners, the restaurant owners kind of close their eyes.
Yeah, look,
On the other
I
hand, don't make a lot of fuss about it.
yeah, I
Remember
kind of got in
somebody,
trouble for that because I
yeah,
posted this. So we spent 1 month with Sami in New York,
New York.
in Manhattan specifically, and I was so happy because everywhere we went, I would go, like we would go into a cafe or restaurant, and I would hold Sami in my arms and ask them before entering, like, can I go with him? And they were always like, yeah, of course, come on, sit down, no problem. So I was so excited about that I made a video and I posted it on Instagram and TikTok saying New York is dog friendly, something like that, and showing Sami inside a bar with food on the table. And then it kind of went viral and it got a lot of backlash from New Yorkers because they said you're not supposed to advertise it. Like things change after COVID. Yes, the places are a lot more dog friendly, but it's not legal, so we don't talk about it. So yeah, so I learned that
It's like
the hard
uh,
way.
uh, uh, it's like you know keep it on the download. don't
Keep it to
don't make a fuss
yourself.
about it. Yeah,
Don't
I will.
advertise it
Yeah.
because then it's going to be enforced and then we're all going to not be able to take our dogs, which I get.
And talking about food, right now restaurants and human food, but I know one of
Yeah.
the questions that you get
Yeah.
is, what do we
What?
feed Sami on road
Yeah.
trips?
Yeah. Especially now that we are feeding him a home cooked diet. Because
So
before
you should answer this question because I
Yeah,
only
I've got a
know.
lot to say about that because it's a lot of it's a little bit of a headache with the food. Because when we fed him kibble, it was obviously easy. You would just take the kibble with you, stop, in we would stop at a gas station to put gas, and I would put the food in his bowl, and he would just eat it. Now I have to pack the food frozen. So I cook it and then I freeze it and so that it lasts for a longer time. So for instance, now that we have about, what is it, 10 days ahead of us until we get to Romania,
Around, yeah.
around 10 days. So I already made 2 batches of food. One is going to be for until we get to France. So about 4 days, maybe 5 days. And then the other
No,
one is
we
frozen.
get to France in where
We
we're
get to
gonna
France,
stay in two
yeah, in
days.
2 days, but just I'm making it so that it lasts around 5 days. And then the other one I keep it frozen, and I'm gonna keep it in with ice packs and in a kind of a box, like a thermal
Thermal box.
box.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess. Along with some packages of frozen raw meat, which is the meat that I use to cook his food. So I'm taking some of the meat with me, so that I don't have to go buy it while I'm there. Because Sami has a particular diet. He eats rabbit, duck, things that you can't really find easily.
Because look, because he's allergic, not because
Yes,
he's
he's
fussy.
allergic, not because, yeah, he's
Yeah,
very
he would eat everything we give
sophisticated.
him. Yeah. He only eats
Yeah,
rabbit. Mm.
yeah. He will say no to chicken.
If you give him chicken, he's gonna be like, yeah, I don't eat
It's
that.
below him. He
Yeah.
doesn't eat chicken. Look at him. No, he is highly allergic to chicken in that he scratches and develops a yeast. So no,
Yeah.
we don't feed
It's
him.
not good.
Yeah. So that's his diet. That's what I do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some of the frozen meat with us, which usually lasts in the car. Like if we leave it in the car, it will last for the first night. Because when we go to a hotel, the fridge is pretty small. It's a mini fridge, so I will take his food that I'm feeding him at the moment, but I'm not gonna take everything else. So I'm gonna keep everything else frozen with ice packs. It's gonna last until we get to our Airbnb in France, and then obviously I'm gonna take it out, put it in the freezer. But yeah, that should cover the food for the whole trip until we get to Romania. So I've got it all cooked. I've got the meat cooked. I've got some salmon mixed in there with sweet potatoes, pumpkin, a few mushrooms. What else?
What's
Yeah,
funny is that
chopped
for the
spinach
last
for fiber.
for the last 10 years, we were trying to meal prep, to have for
For
us,
ourselves.
because
Yeah,
for fitness targets, for in order for us
to eat
to eat
healthier.
healthier, to have a
Yeah.
better life. We never did it. Well, what do you know? Miruna
When
now
it
does a lot of meal prep and never for us.
when it comes to Sami, I mean, he gets everything is the
Royal
best.
treatment.
He eats super healthy. I put a little bit of salmon oil on his food and some fiber. What do you call that? Linseed,
Yeah,
crushed linseed, and all kind of like sometimes I'll put turmeric for
psyllium and
anti-inflammatory.
stuff.
Yeah, psyllium or whatever it's called. I don't even know. Which is helps him poop so that if he needs it. Yeah.
Look,
And
he's
meanwhile,
got
we eat what, pizza
a
and
really healthy diet. And yeah.
yeah, we sometimes don't
Uh,
have the energy to cook for ourselves, and we order a pizza or a burger, whatever. But he always has his food. So, and I'm also not gonna lie, I'm gonna take a small bag of kibble with me, just
yeah,
in case imagine the food gets spoiled for any reason or anything happens. I want to have the backup with the kibble because since he's allergic, it's hard to find kibble that he won't be allergic to. So I have to take our specific kibble, the Derm
so
Complete from Hills. That is just
so
a backup.
let
Yeah.
me put it this way.
Ha-
I have less luggage than he does. You I'm not sure,
yeah, but
but I
right now
do
I'm not
I
sure
have
either.
less luggage than he does for sure.
Yeah, half
Because
the
he
car is
also
gonna be packed with Sami's stuff.
especially for a trip this long, right? He also has winter clothes because we're going from basically
Yes.
what is summer here in
Summer.
Portugal and
Yeah.
we're gonna go and stay there until basically the winter. And the winters
Yeah.
in Romania and in Bucharest in particular, they're not easy. I mean, they're
Yeah.
not Siberian winters, but you can get -10 degrees in Celsius, right?
Celsius.
Uh, in Bucharest at night, you can get a lot of snow and stuff like that. So he's got the winter clothes. He's got some toys because he doesn't really play with toys, but
Yeah, I'm
he
gonna take
does
some
have stuff.
toys, mostly slow feeders and things that he can roll, and like
Yeah,
treat dispensers so that he doesn't get bored in the hotel room or whatever. But yeah, his clothes. I mean, he's got puffer jackets, he's got puffer vests, like in all kinds of colors too. So I'm gonna take those because part of it is
he's got
also because I
he's
want
got he's
to
got
film
more shoes than
content.
I do.
He's got shoes in every color, and I'm not ashamed to say it. He's a fashion dog. So I'm going to coordinate his outfits for the videos and Instagram photos and all that. So he has like 4 raincoats. So I'm going to take some of those, maybe 2 of those, just because it's going to rain, because we're basically packing for 3 seasons here. We're packing for summer, which is here and on the road,
The next,
maybe
yeah,
France,
basically the next,
the
yeah,
next
probably,
2 weeks maybe.
yeah.
And then it's
Then
fall everywhere. And then it's going to be winter starting mid-November. Yeah. So he has the warm stuff like the sweaters and yeah, a lot of things. He's got a lot of things that I'm packing for him. More clothes than toys, definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna take probably one squeaky toy and that's it. What else am I packing for him? Like all the poop bags and maybe 1 or 2 extra leashes, like a longer leash, a shorter leash, all kinds of things like that, just that take a lot of space.
we don't we pack differently for this road trip because it's such a long trip. Not only the road trip itself, but the trip in itself, because it's 6 weeks at least. If
Yeah,
not, no, it's actually longer than that because we're gonna be there for 6 weeks
yeah. It's
at
gonna be
least.
at
So
least two
it's
months in
two
total, at
months.
least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we usually don't travel for that long. I mean, when we travel for one maximum of 2 weeks. So we don't take as many things normally, and also we don't
yeah.
travel across seasons. Right? So we
Yeah, we've
usually
never
have.
actually done that. We
Yeah.
we
I
we
mean,
went
we
on
travel
this.
in the summer, and we know we need.
Yeah,
We're not gonna
the
take
road
puffer
trip we
jackets when we
did
travel in the summer.
2 years ago was a big one. We went for a month. We drove through Europe, but it was summer, so it was
Yeah.
quite easy to pack
Yeah,
and
he
everything.
did. We traveled to Paris 3 years ago, maybe, or
Yeah,
even
it was
two
in
years.
winter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was in winter, and we basically
but
got
we
him
flew
his
there.
winter. No,
So,
we've
oh,
driven.
we drive there. Oh, yeah, we drove
Yeah,
there. You're right. I forgot.
yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah,
didn't fly there.
yeah.
But it's easier when
So
if we flew, my point was it would be a lot easier to, pack everything in a bag. You get there, you unpack, and that's it. But now on the road, it's like we're gonna pack a smaller bag
yeah,
with all the things we need on the road,
for the yeah, yeah.
and then the big bag with the things that I'm not gonna take out until we get to Romania. So yeah, it's a challenging packing experience.
So yeah, the trip. Eh, but look, it seems complicated when you listen to it, especially if you haven't done it. But we've done it so often that at this point, yeah, we kind of know what to do. Sami's been traveling with us for more than 6.5 years. So yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah, the
we
the only thing
know
now
by
that
by this
changed
time we
is,
know.
yeah, it changed with his food because we didn't always feed him like this, and it changed with his
Mhm.
pills because now he has a lot more. Like he didn't used to have supplements and a lot of like
So we need to
pills for
pay
his
attention to give him. Yeah.
back. Yeah, so we have some things that are important, and I don't know if I'm gonna find them there because I really have no idea if if it's a Portuguese medication or not. So I'm gonna just get enough from here so that I have until I come back. Yeah. Other than that, it's gonna be easy. And by the
Also,
time that you listen to this, by the way, we're all already going to be on the road. So we're probably going to be in France by the time that we publish this.
or who knows, even more than that. Also, we have friends here in Portugal, so if we really need something from a vet, from his vet here in Portugal, we could probably get it and have it sent to Romania. So
Yeah.
it's not, I mean, it's not easy, but it's not, if it's something so stressful. But on the other hand, it's across the European Union. You kind of have the same type of pills. You kind of
Yeah,
have the same
look, I'm
things.
honestly not worried
So
because I can always you cross-check the
buy, yeah.
ingredients and get a different brand that it has the same ingredients. So, and there are a lot of good vets in Bucharest, so I'm really not
And you can also
worried.
always talk to the vet in to his vet
Yeah, for
in
sure.
Portugal, and yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so while it seems complicated talking right now about it, because we've never talked from one end to the other, and talking about every step and everything that we do, it seems like a lot. But frankly, when it happens, it doesn't. I mean, Sami is not that he's not important, but he's not the biggest quantity in our road trip. He's there. We take care
Yeah.
of him. We
He's
need to
one of
take,
us, you know?
yeah, we need to
He's,
take him into consideration, but it's not something that we do in particular for him. We
yeah.
have to take some things into consideration, obviously, like being sure that the hotels have uh, allow pets and that he has his own food and everything. But at this point, it's just
Yeah, it's more
one
that,
thing that you do for the trip.
yeah, it's more because we're so used to traveling with him because we rarely travel without him. So that is why he's very much part of our process. If we never traveled with him, then probably the whole thing would revolve around his needs
I
because
mean,
it would be
the first
so difficult.
the first trip to the States, the only trip to the States, was
Yeah.
really, really difficult because of
Yeah, it wasn't.
everything
I
that
like
involved.
Yeah, I
It
think it
yeah.
seemed a lot easier from the outside, but truthfully, I was really stressed with all the documents and everything. So it wasn't that,
And the
yeah, it
fact
was,
that And the fact that if somebody at the airport on the flight back tells you you cannot put Sami, you're not allowed to get Sami for whatever reason in the cabin,
yeah,
then you basically don't fly because we wouldn't
yeah,
put him in the hold. And in Europe, if that happens, you're like, you know what? Whatever. I'm not gonna fly. I'm gonna rent a car. It's gonna be hell expensive,
yeah,
but we can get back home at some
yeah.
point.
But there you
But
can't. So, and
yeah,
imagine if,
there's no option because I mean there is an option, but apparently it's like 8,000 euros per person. So I don't
yeah,
know. Somebody may
the
pay
private
that.
airline companies that actually charge around, yeah, 8,000, 10,000
Yeah,
for a flight with the dog.
for to Paris,
To,
to Paris.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
to
don't
Paris,
think they only
London.
fly. Yeah, and we would fly. Yeah, you would need to fly to Paris and from there rent a car. So
Yeah. And it's just
it's
one person can go. So we
yeah.
can't both go. Yeah, it's
I mean,
crazy.
we rent another dog, so we
We rent another dog and
yeah,
kidnap the
we each
dog
fly yeah,
and then pay another 8,000 just for that.
to send him back.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah, so
yeah.
it's
So
gonna
yeah,
be a good trip. We will be vlogging this trip. At least, I mean, I plan to. I hope
we will
that
not be we will not be vlogging. You will be vlogging.
I will be vlogging this. Me and Sami, we are going to be vlogging all of this and show you just snippets of our trip and the drive and what we do there. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments so that we can address them when we vlog and when we do the next episode. This is pretty much everything that we wanted to discuss. Yeah?
And also, you might see me again because I'm the fallback guest. So if anything happens and the guest needs to cancel, I'm the one that has to do it. This time I was specifically invited, but I don't know if in the future I will be I will be specifically
if in
invited.
the future one of our guests cancels or anything, Bobby is going to be here
Yeah,
to join us. Well,
cool.
thank you for joining us, and
Thank you
everybody,
for
thank you for
having me.
tuning in. It was fun. I think we could have talked another hour. Just, we have a lot of things to talk about, but we're trying to keep it not so long. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. Leave us a comment to let us know what you thought of it. You can listen to the Westie Parent Podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or if you want to watch the video, you can go to our YouTube channel, Westie Vibes. New episodes come out every Tuesday, so make sure you subscribe so you won't miss our next episode. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.